Welcome to PTI BetterGradesFast.com multimedia tutorials. This language arts session will be on the types of adverbs. In English, an adverb refers to a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. When talking about adverbs in English, you will realize that they usually end in the letters ly. For example, gracefully, truthfully, intentionally, etc. However, there are some adverbs that do not follow this rule. For example, well, and there are many others. However, we are not going to talk about more examples of adverbs. Rather, we will talk about the types of adverbs. Any adverb that you may think of would fall into one of these 5 types. First, we have manner. An adverb of manner is one that can ask the question how in any sentence. For example, if we have a sentence that says, she sings beautifully, the word beautifully there is an adverb. It is furthermore an adverb of manner. How do we know this? After the verb in the sentence sings, we have to ask the question how. She sings how? Or how does she sing? You can answer this by saying beautifully. Therefore, you have asked the question how and you have received an answer. So you know that that adverb is an adverb of manner. Another sentence that contains an adverb of manner is, that athlete runs quickly. How does the athlete run? The athlete runs quickly. You can answer the question how, so therefore the word quickly is an adverb of manner. We then have adverbs of time. Unlike adverbs of manner, adverbs of time answer the question when. Some examples of adverbs of time are yesterday, today, tomorrow, etc. Therefore, if you have a sentence that says, she visited her grandmother yesterday, we can ask the question visited when and get the answer yesterday. However, if we asked visited how, you would not have an answer because yesterday is not an adverb of manner. It is an adverb of time. Remember to always ask yourself these questions before trying to attempt to figure out the type of adverb given in your sentence. We then go on to another type of adverb, adverbs of place. Adverbs of place answer the question where. If you have the word here, there, outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs, these are all adverbs of place. They answer where something happens. An example of a sentence using an adverb of place is, I threw my book over there. Where did I throw my book? You can answer that question with the word there. So we know that that is an adverb of place. If you said, I threw my book when, you cannot say there. If I asked, I threw my book how, you cannot get the answer there either. Therefore, we know the word there is not an adverb of manner, neither is it an adverb of time. We are now sure, because it can answer the question where, that it is an adverb of place. We then go on to adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency answer the question, how often? Some of these are the words often, never, seldom, frequently, etc. A sentence using one of these adverbs is, he swims in the ocean frequently. How often does he swim in the ocean? Frequently, which means very often. If I ask, when does he swim in the ocean? I cannot answer frequently. If I ask, where does he swim in the ocean? I can neither get the word frequently. I can only get the word frequently if I ask how often. Therefore, when I do that, I will be sure that the word frequently is an adverb of frequency. Finally, you have adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree tell you how much. Some of these are very, a lot, much, etc. In a sentence that says, she has a lot of books in her bag. How much or how many books does she have? She has a lot, so we have an answer. So we therefore know that a lot is an adverb of degree. If we say, how books does she have in her bag? You cannot get an answer. If we say, where books that she has in her bag, it is not possible to get an answer for any one of the other types of adverbs. Therefore, you can be sure that a lot is an adverb of degree. Just to recap, an adverb of manner answers the question, how? An adverb of time answers the question, when? An adverb of place answers the question, where? An adverb of frequency answers the question, how often? And finally, adverbs of degree tell you how much or how many. Remember that an adverb has to be a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. You cannot put other words, meaning other parts of speech, into these categories. These categories are specifically for adverbs. Once your sentence has an adverb, which is usually a word that ends in ly, then you can proceed to put them in any of these 5 categories according to which question that word answers. Thank you for choosing PTI BetterGradesFast.com.